I used to drive nights because I liked the silence. No traffic, no chaos. Just me, the road, and the low hum of the engine. Now I can't even sit behind the wheel without feeling it watching me. It started 3 weeks ago. I picked up a ride out near Ash Hollow, a stretch of land nobody goes unless they have to. The road cuts through a valley surrounded by dense forest and hills, and there's something about that place that just feels wrong. The trees are too quiet. The sky is darker there, even before sunset. The request came through at exactly 3:33 a.m. The name? Just one letter. M. The pickup pin was dropped on an unmarked gravel road with no houses, no gas stations, no anything nearby. I only accepted it because the app showed a massive bonus for completing the trip. More than I'd make in a week of normal driving. Greed. That's all it was. When I got there, I waited. No streetlights, no moonlight, just pitch black. Then I saw her. A woman standing in the middle of the road, barefoot, wearing a long black dress soaked at the hem like she'd been walking through water. Her hair hung like a curtain over her face. She wasn't holding a phone, no purse, no bag, just standing there. When I pulled up beside her, she opened the door and slid into the back seat, without a word. Her skin was pale isn't even the word. It was colorless, like something bled all the life out of her. I tried to ask her where she was going, but she just said, "Keep driving. He'll guide us." I laughed nervously, thinking maybe she was high or something. But she didn't laugh. She didn't move. She didn't blink. Something about her voice. It wasn't just quiet, it was layered. Like I heard it in my ears and somewhere deep in my skull at the same time. Still, I drove. Every time we approached a turn, she'd softly say, "Left," or "right," like she knew the roads before we got to them. Even the ones with no signs, no pavement, just narrow paths winding through woods that weren't on any map. At some point, I noticed something strange in the rearview mirror. Her reflection didn't match her. It moved slightly off, a split-second delay, and when I looked back at her directly, she'd smile, but the reflection wouldn't. I stopped looking in the mirror after that. We drove for what felt like hours. No cars, no buildings, no signal. Eventually, we reached a clearing in the forest, and I kid you not, there was a church, a decaying, half-collapsed chapel of black wood and stone. Windows shattered. Bell tower leaning. It looked ancient, like it had been forgotten by time. "This is it," she whispered. I asked her if she was meeting someone, and she said, "He's already here. He's been waiting for you." Before I could ask what she meant, she got out and walked straight through the front doors. Not opened them, walked through them, like they weren't even solid. I sat there frozen, hands trembling on the wheel. I didn't want to follow her. I should have driven away, but something in me pulled at my spine, a pressure like a hook inside my chest, yanking forward. So I got out and stepped inside. It was pitch black inside the church, but somehow I could see. Everything had this dull red glow, like the air itself was bleeding. The pews were all covered in ash. The altar was cracked. The crucifix above it burned beyond recognition, twisted like it had melted. She was standing in front of it, and then she turned to me and said something I'll never forget. "You're the last vessel." Before I could run, the floor split open. I'm not exaggerating. A jagged black crack tore through the stone beneath my feet, and something crawled out. It wasn't a creature. It wasn't even a shape. It was a presence. It smelled like rot and fire and old blood. It moved like smoke, but dripped like tar. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. It slid toward me, whispering, not with a mouth, but everywhere all at once. Its voice filled the church, filled my ears, filled my head. It said, "You brought me through." The woman began to chant, her voice layered and guttural, not human anymore. The walls shook, the air vibrated, my eyes burned, and then everything went black. When I woke up, I was behind the wheel of my car, parked in my own driveway. Hours later, no passenger, no church, no evidence I'd ever left the city, except for one thing. My rearview mirror was gone, ripped clean off. In its place, carved into the ceiling above me in deep, blackened gouges, were 3 words: "We are inside." Since that night, I haven't slept more than an hour at a time. My house creaks at night in ways it never did before. Lights flicker. Sometimes I hear breathing behind me when I'm alone, and every time I look into any mirror, I don't see myself. Not completely. My reflection always smiles just a second too late.